I love making money in the stock market. I'm talking about lots of money in the stock market. And you know what I love better than making money in the stock market is helping people like you make money. People who were scared of the stock market, who did not understand what they were looking for. But today we're going to give you a formula on the stocks that you're looking for if you're going to make money in the market. Come on, don't be scared. No, we're not going to talk about penny stock. We're not going to talk about risky stock. We're going to give you a formula today, a proven formula. Not only me, but professionals for the last 50 years have followed. And if I can get you to grab hold to this basic formula, you're investing in the market. The fear is going to go away and you're going to thoroughly understand what you're looking for. Hey guys, I'm William V. Thompson. I'm a cash flow strategist and I love helping people enhance their cash flow. I don't care what your income level is, your credit scores, where you live at. We believe that money is nothing but an idea. We help you find ideas that you already have in your head or things that you are doing to help you enhance your cash flow and to ultimately build some wealth. I mean, massive wealth. Now, if this kind of content is exciting to you, I want you to subscribe. I want you to like. I want you to share. But just as importantly, in the description below, there's a link. Free content on a newsletter that's changing lives. Now it's your turn to get your life changed. So again, let's talk about making money in the stock market and let's begin right now. I know right now you probably had some bad experiences in the stock market and you know friends and cousins that have had the same thing. I'm the very same way. But the thing that makes the difference, unlike you, they did not make an investment in their financial literacy. Today, this video potentially can change your life because I did promise you the secret sauce and you're about to get it. If you take your time to listen to this video over and over again and you follow the things I'm going to share, your life is about to change. So here we go. On a clean sheet of paper, write down vertically the word growth. You want to find companies that are not just making a lot of money, but every quarter they're making a little bit more, every year a little bit more. And you want to understand the catalyst why. Were they just lucky? Was it a bad economy? What's driving them to make more? So you definitely want to find those with growing earnings per share, and there has to be a legitimate reason. Maybe there's a new product. Maybe they found a way to cut their cost. Maybe they moved into a new geographical area that's really exploding, but you have to find the catalyst behind it. Growing earnings per share. They are revenues that are increasing. That's simply income coming in. It's almost the same scenario is if they're making a lot more money this quarter versus last quarter, or this year over last year, you have to ask yourself why. Was it just because the economy changed only? Was it because they got lucky? Again, why did their sales grow? Whether it's Walmart or Microsoft or Nvidia or Amazon, you want to see constantly growing revenue. Again, think back to your kids. If your kids stopped growing at 6, that would concern you, wouldn't it? Sure. And the same thing about a company. I want to see growing revenues. Let's talk now. The O. I love this one. Operational efficiencies. A lot of companies are like you and I. We don't properly manage our money. We get a lot of money in and we spend it like crazy. But you want to find companies who are cutting waste. I'm going to give you one example and not a recommendation to buy. Good on Amazon. Amazon for a long time were not logistically together, or they did not have their warehouses structured in sync. So therefore you may order 5 products and in turn get 5 different orders. That costs a lot of money. But because of AI, they have cut a lot of their operational inefficiencies. And now if you ordered 5 things, you may get 2 or 3 boxes. Now I know to you and I that doesn't seem like a whole lot, but you're talking about Amazon doing over $150 billion a year in sales. About 60 billion is e-commerce or things that we buy. Amazon recently per quarter reduced their expenses by $2 to $3 billion. And I want you to understand on a practical note too, that everybody is always talking about making more money. That's good. But if you do what Amazon and other companies did, just go on there and reduce your debt, reduce your expenses, reduce your taxes. As I often teach, the average person will have about $500 to $1,000 a month, all because they operated efficiently. If companies are doing it, why not you and I? The W, weakness protection. I don't care how big Apple is, or Nvidia or Microsoft. They have weak areas in their company. You want to find out what they are and see what they're doing about them. There was one company I was looking for or looking at. They had a problem of growth in foreign countries. There was a lot of regulatory issues. So I had to find out what were they doing to get past that weakness in their system. And once I understood their game plan, guess what? I made an investment. So if you're looking to invest in good, solid companies, you have to find their weakness, and you have to ask yourself this one simple question. What are they doing to correct it? Or what are they doing to turn that weakness into a strength? If you can get a good answer to that, then you're talking about a stock that may have potential. The T, a trendsetter. Or another way of saying it is, are they a leader or a lagger? William, what do you mean? When you think about computers, who comes to mind immediately? That's probably a leader. When you think about a cell telephone, who comes to mind? They're probably a leader. When you think about buying high quality clothing at a great price, who comes to mind? That's probably a leader. When you're talking about an EV vehicle, electrical vehicle, who comes to mind? They're probably a leader. Don't invest your money in people that are laggers. You want to find companies that are leading their sector, their industry. And that's where you're going to find potential winning stocks. And finally, the H, high barriers to enter. In the marketplace, they call it a moat. You want companies whereby it takes years on top of years and a lot of money to do what they're doing. Somebody may have a great idea for a new EV or a chip or a software, but in order for them to do it, it would maybe take 5 or 10 years, and it would take billions of dollars. That's a moat. And I want to say to you, if you're serious about making money in the stock market, I offer no guarantees. But if you can follow this acronym GROWTH and you really learn and master this, it's going to make a difference. Now, I encourage you, this is only volume 1. We're going to have volume 2, the other half of it. But if you want to stay abreast of what we're doing, simply subscribe, like, and share. And in the newsletter, I got a feeling that in our newsletter, we're going to talk more about stocks. And if you want to learn more about cash flow or stocks or anything else, the newsletter and subscribing are 2 great starting points. And thanks for hanging out with me. And let's go make some money and live our dream life. Have a great day.